Do you miss playing Dungeons & Dragons, or just have a hard time finding a group in your hometown? Maybe you just wish you could play more. On Discord, we created a community of over 100 people who are playing D&D around the clock. By integrating Discord and D&D Beyond, we're able to provide an immersive experience that is the first of its kind. You can create a character from 1st to 15th level, and then roleplay 24/7 in our Discord channels while combating monsters, crafting weapons, training new skills, and searching for items across our campaign world. You'll also have the chance to participate in random combat encounters and go on monthly virtual quests. Ever wanted to try your hand at being a Dungeon Master? Or maybe you're an experienced Dungeon Master and just want the chance to run more adventures. As a community DM, you can run encounters and virtual quests for the community based on monthly modules written by our very own accomplished plot team. Join us.
Join us.
Check it out.
Join the Discord.
Join us.
Join us.
And let's create incredible stories together. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 14 of season 5 of Into the Mist. It is our official Curse of Strahd campaign. We'll go through some quick announcements, and then we'll go back into all of the action and awesomeness that we left you off last week with. First of all, I want to thank our main channel sponsor, World Anvil. They have an incredible online tool for creating narrative and lore for your campaign and your TTRPG games. If you use the promo code RealmSmith, I think it's 50% off a whole year or something like that. Crazy awesome deal. Check that out. We use it for everything. You can check out our stuff on World Anvil by searching RealmSmith, and we have our narrative basically intertwining. My brain.
Intertwined.
Not intertwined. It's unwinding, unraveling online. Whatever. It's a story being told using World Anvil. So check them out. They're awesome. Forge Gaming is another awesome sponsor that we have, and they are our channel sponsor for dice and accessories and all that wonderful stuff. They've created these awesome dice for us. I don't know why it's so blurry.
Rest assured, they look amazing.
They really do. Maybe move them back a bit, move them around. There we go. There we go. Show them the case too. So these are our official Curse of Strahd dice. They're awesome and jingly. I'm using them for all of my rolls. They are really awesome. You get them in a little case with the Into the Mist logo emblazoned on it. Order them now, and they are awesome. Thanks to Forge Gaming. They make all of our stuff, including this incredible GM screen. They are going to be launching a Kickstarter very soon. Us here at RealmSmith designed this for them, so it's completely magnetic. I have a walkthrough on our YouTube page you can check out. But they are going to be launching it very soon. There is a preview page right now on Kickstarter that you can follow and be notified about. So check that out. You can just search for The Ultimate Game Master on Kickstarter, or go to theultimategamemaster.com, sign up with your email, and then you will be sent an invite to our private design group so you can help us finish the last 15% of design for this product. It's about 85% done. So we're very excited to have you all involved in that process with us. And then we wish Forged all the best in this venture. If you want to buy Forged stuff because it's awesome, you can use the code RealmSmith20 at forgedgaming.com to get 20% off your purchases. Also want to thank Sirenscape for their awesomeness. They've been awesome for a very long time. That reminds me I need Sirenscape on, and it's playing right now. And we use Sirenscape for everything. It's an awesome online and local tool for adding ambiance and sound effects to your TTRPG experiences. Give it up for Sirenscape.
So good.
They're great. And our series sponsor, as always, Beetle and Grimm's. Beetle and Grimm's create an amazing set of boxed editions for your favorite campaigns for D&D. This is the legendary Curse of Strahd campaign. We will be giving one of these away by the end of the season, so stay tuned for when that's going to be. But we have used tons of stuff in here, and we love it very much, including the Holy Symbol of Ravenkind that we have there, and all the awesomeness that comes with that. Not that.
Nope.
No, I printed that.
Right.
But yes, cool things to go with your game. Not that, but other cool things. Oh, Joel, I love you.
About that.
It's okay. Check them out at beetleandgrims.com because they're awesome, and we love them. Events coming up really quick. GameCon Canada is coming up in June, the weekend of June 24th. If you use the promo code GCC RealmSmith, you can get a discount on your tickets to the event. Myself, Nora, and Omega will be live Friday night at the show doing some TTRPG. We haven't announced what it is yet. We're working on some really awesome stuff, and other people will be joining us as well for that. And we will be announcing the rest of the folks and the cast very soon. D&D in a Castle is happening in July. Myself and my table is full. Erin will be joining me there from our cast. She is playing at my table, and I'm so very thankful that you've come back for more punishment, Erin. Last time I put you in a stream. I'm not sure what's going to happen this year. Erin's just going to be my roommate. She's just going to move in with the family and hang. No, that's not going to happen. I love you, Erin. And yeah, but there are also
other DMs that have lots of other spots at their tables available still, so check that out for July. And then, of course, D3 at Sea in the fall. That is October 29th to November 5th. We will be sailing to Bermuda and spending 3 days in Bermuda. Try to talk Joel into going again. Hopefully he will join us for that. Let's hope so. I know you really want to, because we had a blast the last time. And check them out at d3atsea.com. Omega will be there, it was announced, and Cadiosaurus is the other GM that was just announced. And we will be announcing more GMs as we go in the next couple of weeks. I think we have up to like 10 or something like that this time. So it's nuts. If you want to enjoy the narrative, you saw last episode how the New Beresians are building New Berez in the Discord using Auge and playing D&D 24/7. If you want to do that, you can check out our Patreon at patreon.com/RealmSmith. You become a patron, choose what level you want to come in at, and then bring a character into our world. And you can do awesome stuff like interact with our players in awesome and meaningful ways. Which is a lot of fun, and with each other, and go on quests and all of that fun stuff. It is pretty amazing. So join the Battle of Barovia today on our Discord. If you want to get some merch, we have some amazing merch. I have an Amber Temple shirt that we did. We have that in this moment shirt that we just released. So you can check that out. Below there is a link. Want to thank the Smith Guardians who keep, and our Realm Watchers who keep our community safe. Omega is one of our Smith Guardians, and they write and create all of the narrative on the Discord and do an incredible job of keeping everything going, especially during hiatuses and times where we don't have anything from a content perspective airing. They keep us all busy and happy, which I am very, very thankful for. If you like what you see tonight, consider subscribing and sharing. Let people know. Make sure that you comment and give us the little thumbs up button, because that helps people to know that you love us and that we are loved and that we are something worth watching. And that helps for more people to know about us and discover us. Because every week I get messages about, I love you guys, just didn't know you existed, just subscribed. I'm trying to catch up to live, and I'm in season 3 or season 4. And so people are still loving it. And that's why we keep doing this, is because you folks have enjoyed it so much. Without further ado, let us venture into the mists. All right, welcome. That is a very intense look you had there, Joel. Welcome back, y'all. Thank you for joining us. Hello, cast. Last we left you all, you came back from Castle Ravenloft and successfully debriefed Arganvost and did a successful level up and gained a bunch of awesome, cool abilities, notably Joel taking a level in Bard, which was unexpected, I think, even to him, possibly, but we rolled with it. It was awesome. I love surprises like that. And Aaron receiving the pack boon and all that kind of stuff for becoming a 3rd level warlock, right? 3rd level, right?
Yep.
I said that right?
Yep.
Yep, perfect. Awesome. Okay. After that, you all rested and settled in. There was some awesome role play and narrative beats and things that we did. Noggins, you decided that you wanted to do some dream walking. And as you entered and as you settled into your trance to begin that process, you realized that your companions, as usual, were, kind of lined up as normal, tethered into the dream world. And you realized that for the first time, you sensed that Sterling was actually dreaming. And so not just able to, you've traveled and you've traversed into his thoughts, into his dream state, but he is actually sleeping. So he is not in his typical state of awareness, in his kind of trance-like sentry mode. He is actually sleeping and dreaming in this moment. What do you do?
My question, can I tell if it's a specific entity in the amalgam that's dreaming, or does it feel like as a whole, entire thing has gone to sleep?
Interesting. Give me a an insight check. I think. Perception or insight?
I think while I do have a better perception, I think I'm trying to ascertain a sense of intention.
Yeah.
So it's probably insight more than perception.
Sure.
It's probably more of an innate feeling versus actual seeing.
Sure.
Oh, 24.
Oh, wow. With the 24, you get the sense of that the entirety of Sterling is currently in that state.
Wow.
And so it's the entire it's the amalgamated consciousness that is currently tethered in the dream world.
He kind of notes that and kind of like tilts his head. You see his eyes widen and just, maybe he's attuning really hard. But then he'll start to look around and he'll look to Falfer, and he'll go up and touch Falfer.
Okay.
With consent.
Yes, of course. As you place your hand, you are transported into the dream state of Falfer. Falfer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Falfer gets to make a wisdom save if he wants to try to prevent me from being inside. Wisdom or charisma, it's up to you. I do wisdom.
I mean, this has happened before. So am I able to determine whether or not I can tell this is Noggins doing this? Right?
We've always said that you don't see satyr form. You see, if I show myself, you see Eladrin form.
Right.
And I think that's part of the role, to see how much you know and how, if you can resist me getting in. And it's contested. You're doing it with save, but it's a contested roll.
Okay.
So wisdom or charisma.
So that is what is that? Yeah, that's only a 9.
Oh yeah, I beat you hard.
Yeah.
Okay. So at this point, because we haven't done this in a while, at this point, Falfer gets the sense that somebody has joined him, that there is a presence in his dream.
Multiplayer mode.
Yeah.
Right?
He gets a presence, but not necessarily that it's me until I reveal myself. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Currently, Falfer, what is Falfer dreaming about?
Yeah.
Paint the picture, if you will.
As you kind of enter his dreamscape, it's lush greens, probably colors that aren't Barovian in nature. You've seen all of these colors and more, obviously, knowing your background, but like for Falfer and seeing it in his dreams is probably a little bit of a surprise. Lush rolling hills, You kind of see him on a hillside overlooking a valley with a little river running through it, and he is failing miserably at some chord changes that he's working on. That he's just like, he's trying to remember. You can tell he's trying to remember something. He just cannot grasp it. It's such a long time ago. But he's his daytime, everyday Falfer self, with a giant instrument in his hand in comparison to him.
Not with the so not in Hexblood form. He is his original original form. Halfling.
And I hear what he's attempting to play, and since I'm in his space, could I try to look in the dream further for what he's trying to remember?
Yeah. Give me contested wisdom rolls, please. Checks.
Checks or saves?
Check.
Okay.
17 for me.
17 for me.
Oh. Interesting. Because it's a contested roll, that's interesting. There isn't really a winner. In that case, like meets it beats it sort of situation. And so while you're trying to ascertain, which is fine. So what I'm going to say in that moment is that as you start to discern or try to discern what's going on, Falfer, in this moment, you know that somebody's listening. You get a sense that somebody is around. You don't know who it is. You don't know if they're in the dream or out of the dream. All you know is kind of like you hear almost like a twig snap, and you're like, oh, somebody's here.
Okay.
What is it that you're playing?
Yeah, if that's the case.
And
if
you happen to have a musical instrument beside you, Joel. And so if you could maybe... This is not prepared, folks. If anybody has watched Tides of Wildmount knows that Joel is very good at improvising. What is Joel? What is
this is basically what Falfer is trying to play, and this is what you hear. He's just like trying to get chords together. It's like, it was something like, yes, I am happy to be here. Yeah, yes, I'm happy to be. And then he notices
the twig snap.
And he goes back to like some more rockin' chords.
I'm going to say it's not a twig snap. It is the splash of water.
Okay.
Okay.
Because if he looks down at the river, he will see the visage of Zelenok's face watching.
So, do I, is it in the ripples? Do I notice? Okay, so I do notice it?
Well, it's definitely in the ripples. Yeah, you look, you're like, is that a face? And it doesn't move as the rippling's going.
Okay.
Yeah, you kind of almost like a mirror, looking through a mirror.
Okay, amazing. So I'll see that, and I'll stop and go, I think now's the time for me to really perform, you know? I think now I'm ready. And yes, I am a halfling man, and I have some halfling plans. I can track things and get back to those things that bug me. Yeah, it's not working. Who's listening? Who is it? Are you? What?
Snaps. As you're playing, the water begins to rise a little bit, and you'll see like a silhouette forming, and stepping onto the ground proper, still like a watery form, but then suddenly the water flows off, and you see the true form of Zelenog step forward. He just goes, keep going. It was.
I'm still so new at it. I know I need to practice, and my father would be so sad if I played something half-wittedly, you know. So I mean, I appreciate the encouragement, but not yet. Let me practice a bit.
I'm gonna step through, because I'm looking down. I'm gonna step through the side of the cliff, and then almost like appear right next to him, and kind of sit cross-legged.
Can you give us a quick description of Zelenog again for those that haven't?
Yeah. So you know what Noggins looks like. You can see him right here. However, get rid of the horns. His face is a lot more slender, very elven. Same exact body, but he has legs instead of hoofs. And his hair is not braided up and going into the back. It's literally flowing down. And it's not even locks. It's just long hair. But it does start brown, and it shifts into that grayish teal color that he has. Still bright, vibrant green eyes, greenish blue eyes. His brows are a little less unruly, definitely snatched. Pointed ears that go up to a point. Very, again, still slender, and his voice is not the kind of I don't know type of vibe. It's very, very smooth.
Cool. I'll having him sit beside me, I'll just be like, listen, I know it seems probably strange to you that I'm going this new path. I just know that so far the way I was going was not in the best direction. Let's just say my parents would not be proud of me with some of the choices that I've made here, and I do wish to honor them with my life. And so if you're questioning, Joe, you've got to change for to being a warrior. I feel like I should be going the opposite way, to being more of a peacemaker. I
don't think you need to be a warrior. I don't think you know how to wield a sword.
I mean, ouch, but yeah, you're probably right.
I mean, I don't know how to wield a sword either. We all have different needs and a different purpose. I was just coming to just see you past the jokes, past the mask that you put on.
Well, I mean, now you've seen it. Really, I'm unprepared, and most of the time, I wish things would go better when I'm involved. So, what little truth I'm able to share, yes, you will find most of it here.
You think that everything you do goes wrong?
I mean, we've lost several party members, and I don't take all the blame for that, of course not. But I do feel as somewhat responsible as a party member, and so, Aron, as opposed as we were to some of his actions, I still feel as though we may not have given it full thought to go and save him. So I don't know. I need a change of heart. I need a change, and so hence my wanting to dive into something different.
Perception check, Noggins.
24.
24. You get the distinct smell of rot on the air. Like something rotting. And it's just like brief, and then it kind of passes.
Can I tell, like, is it like death? Is it like old fruit? Like, what's the vibe? Say it again, sorry?
Death.
Okay, that just changed everything what I'm about to do. Does it seem like something else is getting a hold of the dream, or does it seem like there's something already in the dream that I'm noticing?
Something that is in the background.
Oh, keep playing. I'm just gonna I'm going to be staying focused. This is gonna be some weird Inception nasty stuff for a moment, but he's gonna stay facing forward. His literal face is going to contort and move to the back of his head, so he can focus outward to see what's there, what he's not seeing.
Mm-hmm. And you also then get the smell of, like, you're like, it goes from like rotted death to like baked goods.
See, this was a part of my thing I was gonna act, and now I'm worried. My face comes back, and you see a clear startle on my face.
What's going on?
I was going to, before I worry you, I'm going to take some sand and like some dirt that's on the ground and kind of like mix it up, make it a little more fine. I'm going to toss it in there. And as I do, it's like you're watching a movie for a moment. You're going to see like a projector is being played in the sand, dirt in the air, dust. And you'll see Falfer running naked into who knows where. It'll pan forward. You'll see Falfer running away at the Strahd camp. It'll continue to pan forward, and you even see Falfer struggling to play his instrument. You have a lot of failures, yes. A lot of things that you don't like about yourself. But then it suddenly reverses. You see Falfer eating with his friends. You see Falfer going into his rope trick and holding out a hand to make sure his friends get up. You see him perfecting that chord. And then the last thing you see is Falfer on top of a goat riding into battle at Berez. You've also done a lot of good. And I say this to say that you can lean on people and not have to worry, change the narrative to fit something that you think is the right thing to do. Sometimes you can just trust that we're all together. And you don't have to make any other deals.
Sorry.
Like the one that might be surfacing now.
Give me a wisdom saving throw with advantage.
Okay. Okay, that is 23 and a 23.
Okay. Double 23s.
No, just a 23. The last one was terrible. So I'm going to take the one that worked with advantage.
You hear a exhale of breath behind you, and you feel like this tingling sensation on your skin, but you manage to ignore it.
Okay. I do. As I feel this sensation, I'm brought back to like the tempting nature of the past bad decisions, right? And they generally have been from a desire for short-term kind of gratification. And so I lean over, I put my arm around him, and I just say, you know, my friend, very few people have taken the chance to tell me what I needed to hear sometimes. You are one of the few, actually, so thank you. I appreciate you. And I kind of squeeze his other shoulder as hard as it is for me to reach over top and actually reach it. And put myself back to I pick up the lyre again and just say, all right, you've convinced me. I can be great.
and you'll see as you say that, from the bottom of my feet, you'll see me start to like Thanos myself and turn to dust, but it's like slowly going up as I'm exiting. But I say, as like half of my torso is still there, I don't know what she plans, but if you want me to help you, just ask.
I will ask.
You're transported out of Falfur's dream, and you stand again in your trance. What do you do?
After that, I think I'm kind of excited. I put up my personal barrier of protection just to make sure that nothing's really looking at me, or, whatever. Because knowing that I can probably ascertain, based on what we said and what I felt, that a certain night hag was present in some way, shape, or form.
Yep. Or yeah, its presence was just lying under the surface, trying to bubble up.
I'm actually going to sneak into Falfur's room.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Okay. No, 11. But it doesn't really matter. He's still going to think he's sneaking. And is going to go into like a corner and like a kind of like a dog. It's like kind of get some hay or whatever and just sleep in Falfur's room. But he's going to put his dome up.
Aw.
To make sure that he's under the protection, just to be safe.
Super cool.
Okay. As you walk in, you see that Falfur's sleeping with a smile on its face.
That's what I
Love
do.
that. All right. You all wake in the morning, staggered. You all kind of stumble down, still feeling the soreness from the last 2 days. And still kind of like shrugging off that whole experience. You all come downstairs. There's breakfast laid out on the table, and you all start to help yourselves to it. Dimitri, you are told as you're kind of gathering that Dimitri has gone off on some other business. And you notice again that Sterling is clearly absent.
Okay. Now I'm concerned.
Actually, and sorry, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Okay, 23.
You remember the dream in its entirety from the night before.
Okay. I seen Noggins across the way at the
and sorry, when you wake up,
corner.
you see that Noggins is in the room.
In the corner there, yeah.
So we can.
Yep. I don't bug him. I'm gonna go out to the table ahead of him.
Okay.
Not to wake him up and kind of prepare a little plate of food for him, expecting that he's gonna come out. And then
I am zonked.
serve myself.
Yeah. Yeah, and you have to sleep longer, right? Does your trance take out part of your rest at all? Oh, I thought it did.
I mean, remember, I'm not a elf. I'm a satyr, so I guess a normal long.
No. What I meant was like when you go into somebody else's dream, I thought it takes away from your ability to sleep that night. No.
No.
Okay.
No, my flaw is just I no longer can dream myself.
Right.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it doesn't hinder resting or anything like that. Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, I'll go grab some food, and obviously Noggins not being there, I'll talk to the others. And I'm like, have you seen Sterling this morning? He's hopefully done with the attuning.
I haven't seen him.
Nothing.
Should we check on him? should we at least like make sure he's okay and then just leave him alone?
Yeah, I think we should. I think we should check on him actually, because this is pretty strange.
Yeah.
He
I hate
doesn't-
to interrupt him, but maybe just, put an ear to the door, peek inside, and make sure he's still alive.
Yeah, he does not need any sleep, so it would be strange for him not to be here with the rest of us this morning. At least those are my thoughts. I will go check on him. Can I do that?
Yeah.
I'll go with you.
Okay.
Okay.
Just kind of stealth over.
What are the other two doing while they leave? Just so.
I think Aster will just stay behind and just wait for him to come back.
Okay. Not good.
I
Same.
am still knocked out.
Oh, still knocked out. Okay. All right.
There we go.
Okay. So Falfer and Esmeralda, you head up to Sterling's chamber. The door is closed.
Okay. I guess I'll just knock. I guess.
Like, is it locked?
You start to turn it. It's not locked.
I'm afraid that if we knock, it's going to disturb whatever he's doing.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
But also, if we just go in, that's also kind of rude. So I'm a little bit conflicted.
We do have to make one of those choices. So.
All right.
Okay. A rock paper scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Okay. So I will take knock. You will take walk in. Okay.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors. Oh, you got okay. Okay, walk in.
All right. We just walk in.
Okay.
Just
Are you
very
going to do this
slowly,
quietly?
Yes, very stealthily.
yes.
Just quiet.
Stealth
just,
check,
just like
please.
peek. Just peep the door open a little.
Yeah. Stealth check.
Okie dokie.
Wooly wooly. Stealth.
Stealth. Okay. Cool.
24 for me.
Dirty 20 for me.
Very quietly, not a sound to be heard from the hinges as you open the door. As you open the door, it is dark in the room. The curtains that are somewhat moth-eaten have kind of a little bit of overcast light coming through. It's very dark, and all you see in the far corner is you have dark vision now or
Yep.
no? You do
Always
now.
have.
Yeah, Esmeralda, you do not.
I do not.
So, Esmeralda, what you see in the corner is just two dull orbs glowing in the corner. You see Sterling sitting in his usual sentry position in the corner of the room on his chair, and he's holding the hilt of the sun sword on his knee, on his lap. And he is just in his typical sentry mode. But his eyes are a dull, dim glow.
How's he looking?
I mean, do you see in the corner? It looks like he's just in his normal kind of sleep mode, sentry mode.
Yeah, I just see like the eyeballs. I mean, what you could call his eyeballs.
I'm gonna go over there. Follow me, I guess.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
No, go. I mean, just
Sure.
be careful.
Okay. I will sneak over to him.
Yeah.
I'm afraid he's gonna like turn the sword on after having attuned it and just slice my head off. Is kind of what I'm thinking.
As he just kind of like slowly unsheaths her rapier, just in preparation.
Yeah, I'm super scared at this point. So I
believe in you.
I sneak up to him and just like tap him on the shoulder. Ding ding ding. Sterling.
Nothing.
Ding ding ding. Sterling.
Nothing.
He's like in a trance or something. Ding ding ding. Sterling.
Nothing.
I'll go and I'll open up the curtains.
Yeah.
Just like, check it out. He's like a massive metal and wood.
And typically when he's in, I can't remember what color it was, but typically when he's in sentry mode, there's a color. It is not that. It is his purple, but very muted. So he's not in sentry mode.
Right.
I think it was green.
And as he just kind of
but-
in front of his face.
Yeah, no signs of consciousness, though his The sign, the only sign of life that you have is this dull glow from his, which you can't even really see so much anymore because it's light in the room now.
Can we tell how hard he, like, how is he? He's holding onto the.
It's a death grip. He's got it tight around it.
Why would you even think of doing that?
I don't. Yeah, why would? I mean, I want to see. Maybe it's the sword. Maybe he's not supposed to be the one attuning to it.
I mean, totally go for it. It's fine. I'm sure it's fine.
So I'll try to open his hand.
Okay. Give me a strength check.
That's a terrible request, but okay, 15.
You start to do it, and no, the sword hilt, he is cold to the touch. The sword hilt is warm.
Ezzy, this is terrible. Maybe you try. I cannot get it out of there.
Okay. But if I die from Sterling, you avenge my death,
I mean,
but still don't hurt Sterling? I don't know. This is very conflicting. I just kind of like walk over.
I know, it's so strange. Okay, I will pull out my sword. If he does something crazy, I'll try to scare him into submission.
Okay. I'm sure will work out just fine if you. I believe in you.
Likewise.
And I will slowly go reach over towards the hilt. And then like I slightly flinch like as I, and
I like jump when you flinch. I'm like, come on, just do it.
And then like, when a baby reaches for something that they're not supposed to eat, but it's like in a vice grip, I'm going to try to like pry like one finger at a time.
Okay.
Like try to do that.
Yeah, give me a strength check.
Okay. Ooh, not good, but I'm going to use a point of luck to try this again.
I ever use my luck points.
And I rolled worse. So let me see. I rolled a 6. And with where's my strength? So is it just a straight strength roll?
Yep. I'll give you athletics.
Okay. That's the same. I rolled an 8.
Okay. Yeah. No budge.
Wait, there really is like a vice grip. I need like some sort of advanced metal tools.
Yeah, he's like a robot or something holding on there, kind of like.
I got nothing.
I don't know how to do this, and it's for sure like it's got to be connected. He's holding onto it like he's going to die, and he's almost seems like he's dead. It's like,
but it's warm at the same time.
Yeah,
which I was not ready for. That kind of icked.
I mean, it makes sense. Sun sword holding a sun sword. It must be hot, but he's cold. It's weird. Should we get the others?
I would say, listen, we would know at this point. Like, we've seen Sterling in not a good state. Mm-hmm. So we know what that looks like, and this is not it. So maybe we just leave him be.
More attuning? Maybe this is him attuning to it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, he doesn't look injured. He doesn't look like he's in a bad state. So let's just leave him. Let him do his thing.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I got nothing.
Maybe the others know something, and we'll just go tell them. Like, we'll tell them we think he's attuning still, but maybe we let them know what's going on, and maybe.
Do you think there's a book around here that maybe talks more about this thing?
Right. Maybe there's about the sword and. I wonder. Okay, yeah, good idea. Let's leave him. I mean, clearly we could have done something, but we didn't, and so we're leaving.
Okay, but draw the blinds back. That might startle him. When we...
I try to even line up the shafts of light to what they were before. So, okay, there we go. Okay, let's go.
Okay, you guys leave.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I don't know either. Let's go talk to the others. Maybe
There's got to be something around here. Somebody's got to know something.
someone must.
Doesn't even have a blade. Like Esmeralda is kind of like really still hung up on the fact that there is no blade on this sword.
Yeah, it doesn't even have. You're right. So crazy. Maybe Arganvost knows something about this whole thing.
Maybe he does.
Okay.
I mean, if anybody would know, it would be him.
It would, yes, of course, it would be him, or he would know legends or whatever, myths or whatever. So okay, let's go find him.
I think by this point, Noggins has scooted into the dining area looking for people. He just has like a leek hanging out of his mouth. That's just chewing. It's like looking for everybody. I have zero clue where everybody is.
Aster's still there. She
Aster's
hung
there.
out. Oh, yeah.
Morning.
Good morning. The others went to check on Sterling.
So,
Oh. Weird thought about Sterling. He's different. I think he's alive.
can we overhear that as we're coming to the room? Like overhear
Sure.
their discussion about
Yeah,
him?
sure. Let's say you come into the room at that point.
Okay. So I'll say like, Noggins, and I'll kind of wink nod to him like, right, okay. But on another note altogether, yes, something is different about Sterling. We just went into the room and we were careful because we didn't know or want to bother him, me and Ezzy. She's the one who got the paper. I got scissors. No, she got scissors. I got paper. And then she wanted to get in through the sneaking. I wanted to knock. We went sneaking because she won. And then we got in there. And it's like...
And there's no blade on that thing.
There's no blade on the sword. But Sterling was like holding the blade, but he was all faded. And his eyeball sockets were like not normal.
Something's different. He's whatever, like this, something was missing.
Something's missing. Or different. Like what she just said in the same words exactly.
I feel like we should never let Esmeralda and Falford try to explain the situation. Ever.
That is
But
fair.
this is not the first time, and it's always great. True recap. He just kind of follows that somehow. Just
I think you guys should do all our recaps from now on at the beginning of every episode.
Oh man.
Well, I don't really understand everything you just said, but so I think you know by now that one of the things that I got from being at the temple was I guess it helped my dreaming stuff. Even though I don't know, I can't really do it myself anymore. But I can like when I'm sleeping, go into other spaces, other dreams, and I don't know. It's like a if you're going to go see like a play or something, but before you see the play, that's like the lobby you have to be in first. You have to go to the lobby, and then you go into the theater space where the play is happening. Okay, but like there's like an area that I start that I'm like in, and I like see everybody.
Like a lobby for your dreams.
I just said as a lobby. You weren't listening.
No,
You,
that's
like,
what I mean. Like, right,
Yeah.
now I get what you meant, lobby. Okay.
I'm happy for you. I saw Sterling, and normally he's like dormant or something. Like I can't really access him because he doesn't dream, because you know he's a construct thing. He was dreaming this time.
How is that even possible?
I don't know. He doesn't sleep. I think he's actually asleep.
But he was like sitting up.
Yeah,
I mean, I sleep sitting up sometimes, but I'm kind of different. But
some horses sleep standing up.
Oh yeah, no, that's right. Okay, yeah, I guess I've been looking at this thing the whole like.
But like he normally doesn't have like the ability to sleep. He told me that himself, and he was 100. Like he was dreaming.
That is so strange. Maybe he's still dreaming? Could you tell if he was still dreaming?
I mean, I would have to go to sleep, but I'm pretty sure if he's what you say, like he's like stuck or not moving, he's probably still asleep.
Do you
Maybe
think
he
it
hasn't slept so long that he just like he's a lot like more tired than I was.
Do you think it has something to do with the sword?
Maybe it unlocked something in him.
Maybe.
I think he's becoming human, or whatever humanoid thing.
I mean,
Is that possible?
I have zero clue, but he doesn't normally dream, and now he's dreaming, which means he probably has a soul now.
it would be so strange, first of all, since you have been able to go into dreams all this time, and is it anything like the last time you were able to kind of jump into his brain?
Well, I didn't go in. I didn't like look. But I mean, I would like to, but it just felt like, you know, something's different, and I don't know if it's because of we all feel, you know, a little better. We all, you know, kind of grew a bit, or if it's the sword or something else. I don't know.
It's hard to say.
What if it's because we are inside Arganvost and our Arganvost hold, and the covering of the protection is actually allowing him to get some rest or something like that?
Maybe.
How do you know? How do you know the difference of when you're in somebody's dream and like when you're not? Could this all be a dream? How would you know?
Well, I mean, it kind of is a dream because we're stuck in this nightmare, but no, it's a little different. It's pretty clear to me when I'm dreaming. Actually, I don't look like this, so
Oh,
that helps me at least.
That's true. That's true. I've seen it.
easy enough. It's like Esmeralda like slowly thinks she's like, it is something she can wrap her head around. She's like, okay, Noggin's form. Noggins looks like this. Not a dream. Real life.
Okay. What if we, just for the time being, we made a little like comfy bed for you, Noggins, and you went to sleep or something? Could you just check if Sterling was accessible from the dreams? Because he clearly, I can tell you this, me and Ezzy have now determined he is not accessible from this world. He is definitely...
He is doing his own thing right now. There's no getting that out of there.
I don't. I mean, I can try, but it's typically like after a long day, or maybe when I'm actually like sleeping. I guess I could, but I would have to.
Yeah, I think it's short or long rest. I thought.
Yeah, it's short or longer. It is. I mean, I could, but I would have to like intentionally try to go to sleep.
Yeah,
But-
we could try later. We could try later.
Yeah. I just.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll look again
Okay.
later.
I mean, from the sounds of it, he's not going anywhere.
That's true. That's at least one thing less complicated than it needs to be.
Yep, certainly no one's gonna move him like this. He's stuck.
Okay. What's the plan?
Strange.
Breakfast? Oh no, okay, right, we ate. Second breakfast?
Spoken like a true half.
On brand.
Okay. All right. So do you want to just forward to a little later when you want to short rest to do this? Or do you folks want to do something else in between investigating this or something else?
How do you guys feel about rummaging around for some books to see if there's anything we could learn about the Sun Sword? I'm open to any ideas.
It's worth a shot.
Yeah.
Noggins, what do you think?
I mean, sure, yeah. I can't say that I am really good at book stuff, but I can help.
And while you guys go and check out on the book things, I'm gonna go speak to Arganvost and see if maybe he knows something about this sword.
Or that also, yeah, maybe books won't matter. We just go to Arganvost.
I mean,
That's true. We could ask him first. It would save us some time.
Yeah.
maybe. Okay, so I will head towards wherever I think Arganvost is.
Okay. All right. All right. You head around and you start searching for him. Eventually, you find out that he is in the throne room, which is this room, and it's got a balcony that looks out over the statue and over New Berez, and you see him sort of like just sitting in his throne, contemplating and thinking. As you kind of like, do all of you go together?
Yeah, but I'll go to Falfar and I'll elbow him like you ask him.
What? I would.
It was your idea.
Fine. No, it's fine.
It was.
Okay, fine. I'll do it.
And all you see is kind of his arm, and he kind of like turns around and he looks back, and he kind of waves.
Oh,
and then continues looking.
Mr. Arganvost, I mean, I did not mean to disturb you, but I was wondering, and we were all wondering, perhaps you know something about the Sun Sword that we do not. We have a few questions about the Sun Sword. Ezzy here has most of them already memorized. So she will ask you them, and I will stand back. And then I nudge you forward, like, you go.
Well, you see, the thing is that has me particularly very perplexed is because it's just a hilt. I'm trying to figure out how is this thing going to be helpful? What is it going to be able to do? There's no blade on it.
All right, and just to review real quick, this west wall, the west wall of this 50-foot long, 30-foot wide audience hall was crumbled, but it has since been rebuilt. Weapons and shields that once hung from the walls had fallen to the floor, but now they had been cleaned up of the rust, and they've been placed back up and even replaced by new creations as the place is being revitalized. A large wooden throne carved to resemble a dragon with unfolding wings face 3 tall windows to the west, and these windows are shining this overcast light onto him as he kind of looks out. It's not a balcony. I said it's a balcony. It's not. It's windows. And he looks over and he says, and he looks like he was deep in thought, and he kind of looks over and he says, the Sun Sword. I perished before much was known. From the research that I have done and from what Godfrey has gathered in the time since I went to sleep. It was Sergei's weapon, Strahd's brother. It was a titanium blade, hilt, with a crystal blade, very powerful. Some believed that it was actually sentient, that it could speak to Sergei.
Noggins. And I just kind of like nudge Noggins after. You're the one that was telling us about being able to dream. Maybe it's the sword.
Yes, Essie.
You see him suddenly focus on even more.
And it was lost around the time of Sergei's death. We don't necessarily know what had happened to it. Rumors say, lore says, that Strahd wanted it destroyed, and so he gave it to a wizard to destroy it. I believe the name was Kazan, powerful wizard. And the first step was to remove the blade from the hilt. And so the wizard was capable of doing that, being a magical item. But then it went missing. We don't know necessarily what happened between the time that happened and the time it ended up back with Sergei in his tomb. But Strahd wanted it destroyed.
Well, is it still going to be able to help us if we don't have the crystal part of it?
My understanding, it is still a powerful item. At least Madame Eva says so. I take her word for it. She was the one that said that it was one of those things that were tied to your fate.
Right.
Do you think she might have even more information about it?
It's possible.
Crystals. Have you heard of these crystals being seen anywhere else in the realm?
You're asking me?
Yes.
You're looking that way. I do not know. I do not know what manner of crystal the blade was made of. It was just a crystal blade. The original blade was made of crystal.
Okay. I think we know what we have to do. Find out what the next thing we should do is.
Noggins. What if you're able to access, if that's the thing, that's dream you're able to access because of Sterling, what if it's able to tell you where the crystal part is?
Oh, Ezzy, you are thinking. Yes.
I mean, I could try. If it's you so like, there's something in the sword. Sorry.
I don't know. Arganvost said that the sword was sentient, but maybe that's why you're able to see that he's dreaming.
Can you break down sentient? It has a scent.
It has a consciousness. It
can think.
It can think and communicate with its bearer, from what I've been told. Where is Sterling?
He's sleeping.
Yeah.
He's
sleeping. I haven't seen him since you arrived back.
He's in his room. I checked on him this morning. He's kind of... Arganvost is very strange. He's kind of in this mode where he's holding the hilt of the sword, and it is very hot, but he is quite cold, and he's just kind of like...
That is troubling.
Yeah, there's no waking him up. You can try.
That's unfortunate.
Why do you say troubling? I mean, we thought it was perhaps just because he's attuning to the sword.
Yeah, I mean, he said he had to do that.
It typically does not take very long.
Oh.
Maybe an hour. Two tops.
Oh. Well, then what do you think we should do?
I think you need to get to the bottom of it.
Do you have like any... I could probably find some chamomile or something. If I can like go to sleep, I can... I don't know if that would work, but I can try to communicate with whatever's inside to see if he's like hurting Sterling or something.
I mean, that's probably the only option we have right now.
If the sword has thoughts, I can try to ascertain what it might be thinking.
Oh, yeah, that would probably be better than me trying to like force myself to go to sleep. Sometimes that's really hard, especially like when you don't always sleep. You have to like really think about it, and then your mind starts racing, so you don't really sleep. Yeah, you should probably do that part.
We can start with that, and then maybe if I can't get anything off of it tonight, you can try whatever it is you do. I'm not going to lie, I kind of got lost in that conversation. That was a lot.
Yes, Astor, let's go there, and maybe you can connect with the sword and find out what it wants. Sounds so strange to say, but maybe.
And at least we have options.
Right. True. Okay, thank you, Arganvost. We'll go try this, and maybe if we need your help again, we'll come back and ask for more advice.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Keep me posted.
will do. Okay, Aster, we will follow you to Sterling's room.
Okay.
All right.
You all find Sterling in the same comatose state.
See, told you.
I'll open the curtains again and go, clearly the curtains were not part of the thing, so there he is.
Well, at the very least, maybe I can tell what Sterling's thinking.
I'm going to take my sickle, draw in the air, and some of like this natural raw druidic essence is going to flow out and surround Aster as I cast protection from evil and good.
Very good.
And then I will just kind of like walk up towards Sterling where he's holding the sword, and I will cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay. All right. And you're casting it specifically on the sword?
Just in general. So right now it's I'm just going to do surface thoughts. So I just pick up surface thoughts
Of anyone
for
in
anything
the vicinity.
within, let me double check. I think it's 30 feet.
Okay. Let's go around the table first. Joel?
Yes.
Hope this works.
Esmeralda, surface thought?
Hold up. My surface thought is still, she's so hung up on like, how is it going to break through something if it's not, how does crystal even cut through anything? Like, just so perplexed.
Noggin?
Literally, you hear like dream, dream, as I'm like focusing and concentrating on the spell.
Nice.
Oh, that's good.
That's all you get right now.
All right. Sterling's surface thoughts that you get is hope. The sword's surface thoughts, which is funny to say, not really a sword, it's more like just a hilt at this stage. The hilt's surface thoughts is help, helpful.
I know the sword technically isn't a creature, but can I attempt to like dig into its thoughts? It's normally a creature makes a wisdom save.
Yep, it can do that.
Okay.
Oh, that's good. Sorry. I'm done.
What's the DC?
It's 16.
It beat it.
Okay.
So it can stop you from probing?
Yes, it is also aware that I am attempting to.
Okay. You watch, actually, as Sterling's hand just does this slowly in your direction. Just in its lap, it just turns towards you as if it's aware of you.
I think Aster just like stops and like starts to back up.
Falfer will do the same as he sees Aster stepping back, also steps back. Just the same amount of steps as Aster does.
Well, the good news is I don't think it's trying to hurt Sterling. Actually, Sterling feels like he's in a pretty good place. Hopeful, I guess I'd say. The sword feels like it... Something about being... I don't know if it's trying to be helpful or if it thinks Sterling is helpful to it. I'm not entirely sure. I tried to find out, and now the sword is very aware that I'm I didn't know a sword could look at you, but I think it just did.
I am learning so much about swords right now. I'm right with you.
Does it seem like it's looking at you because it wants to like try to slice you down or something?
I'm not entirely sure, and that's why I'm backing up.
And I'm backing up because Arganvost literally just told us that this was a bad scenario, and then a sword in a giant kind of thing just pointed itself at us. So this sword seems very dangerous.
Ezzy has done the opposite. She's just kind of like crouched and like looking at it more. It's like she's moved slightly towards it to see like, how is it looking at you? Like she's like looking to see if it has a face. What is the situation here?
It's funny, the gem in the middle of the thing, even here, it looks like an eyeball. It literally does. It's crazy.
Give me a hold for a second. Give me a second. I'm just gonna like flop back a little bit as well and just sit cross-legged. I'm gonna put my sickle down. I am just gonna go like essentially take the quickest nap ever, but I'm not actually gonna go to sleep. I'm just gonna like kind of relax myself, and I'm gonna cast Augury.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask if Aster. Let's say I'm gonna word this. I'm gonna ask about Aster attempting to communicate or listen to the sword. Is it like what's the vibe? And I get will, woe, will, and woe, or nothing. Like I'm trying to understand if it's a good thing or a bad thing. To try to help with the understanding of why it's now pointing at her.
And you just get the one word, right? Or both, or nothing.
I get a feeling. I get a feeling of will. I get a feeling of woe, will and woe, or nothing.
And looking at Aster, you get the sense. Sorry, so what's the specific question?
I'm trying to see. It's not really a question. I guess employ some divining tools about the results of Aster trying to communicate or listen into the sword and connect with it. What happened? What will happen with that? It'll be a good outcome or a bad outcome, or both or neither.
Nothing.
Okay. My eyes are open. I'll kind of like look at Aster. Well, maybe.
Like, sorry, you get the answer nothing, not that nothing happens. You get the answer nothing.
Yeah.
Which means the results aren't especially good or bad.
Yeah. Well, at least it won't hurt you if you do what you were doing, but it might not be helpful. I don't know. It just seemed like it didn't. Nothing really come out of it, good or bad.
All right. Well, I mean, I have an idea. I don't know if it's a good idea. Is there something in specific we want to know about it?
I guess like an Esmeralda.
Well, would it be able to answer how it could help us?
I could ask.
At least
let me try.
Knows, I suppose he would need to know that we're fighting Strahd, and that we're not just some randos that he can somehow see.
I mean, I probably should clarify that I would have hoped Sterling already did.
Your guess is as good as mine.
You bring up a good point. Let me try something. I'm gonna look at the sword, or the sword hilt, and again, it's not like really a creature, so I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try it. I'm going to attempt to cast sending at it, because I don't know if it can hear me, but maybe that will help it hear me. And I'm just going to say, and this is out loud. You hear her say, "Hello, Sword. We're trying to defeat Strahd, and we're trying to figure out if you can help us."
As soon as you say defeat Strahd, it like turns towards you again. Because you had backed up, it turns towards you again.
Yeah, take another step back.
It just...
I think it heard me. And then I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts again.
Okay.
And I'm just trying to get the surface thoughts off of it. So I'm not going to probe yet. I'm just going to see what's like.
The surface
like
emotion thought that you get is determination. And it passed its whiz save.
Okay. So I guess I'll turn back. Well, it seems to at least be on the same page of defeating Strahd, so it's not really talking back, though. But if there's anything you want me to tell it, it definitely seemed to get the message.
As long as it doesn't feel any hostility towards us, I'd say I'm pretty okay with the rest.
And if Sterling's not hurt and he's sleeping and you said he feels hopeful or something, then maybe we just let it be. And he'll know what to do when he gets up.
Right.
I'm still so concerned with what Arganvost has said that we've got to do something about this.
I mean, he said it was like connected, or like some wizard did a thing, and now it was lost, and now it's here. I mean, I don't think we're gonna find out more until Sterling wakes up, and I don't really want to. If there's something he's doing with it, I'd rather let him complete that.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
In that moment, Sterling shoots back. His head goes back, and you almost hear a crunch of the arms in the chair in the wood as his head goes back. His eyes go red, bright red in that moment, and he starts to shudder and shake in the chair, holding the sword, and then rests back to normal, and then the eyes go down to a dull purple again.
I don't think that was good.
What do we know about red eyes for Sterling?
Battle mode.
Okay. Yeah.
Can I detect thoughts on Sterling?
Yes, you can.
We're going to thought detect our way through this whole thing. It'll be awesome.
Surface thought for Sterling currently is at all costs.
And then can I also pick up the sword's surface thoughts before I maybe try to dig?
Yeah. Sword's surface thoughts right now at all costs.
Maybe they get connected.
I think Sterling might be getting somewhere, and maybe it might be best if we just leave him to it.
Yeah, I think so. Because if he does that knockback, head back thing again, I might need another bath.
I'm still so concerned. I don't know what to do.
Give me a perception check.
Oh, natural one. Luck. Yeah.
Yeah, lucky. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, lucky. That is a 26.
Wow. You smell what smells like an electrical burn. And you get the sense that you think that Sterling just took damage.
Okay. I'll turn to them and go, No. No, I don't think this is right. I think he's actually in a fight right now and has taken damage of some kind. I smell like how would you say it? Like smoke or like... My impression is that this is bad. He cannot stay in this mode.
It's the same thing that when he takes damage in combat, you know.
Right.
He's hurt?
That right there was him getting hurt.
Well, quick, can one of us heal him while he's doing this?
Yeah, just like bottom of the summer court, just one. I'll mark that off. But I'm not trying to say you're wrong. I'm just saying that if did Aster say at all cost us? Sorry.
No.
Okay. If this is part of what needs to happen to make sure that he can connect to it, I don't think he's dying.
Okay, but what happens like when you've taken damage over and over again?
Well, then maybe we stay here and we just make sure that nothing happens to him, and at least we can heal him in the process. But when I tried to read Sterling's thoughts and the Sword's thoughts just now, they're unified. It's almost like they're on the same page, and all I got was this at all costs. It seems like whatever determination the Sword has, they both have.
Which is, I mean, I'm not disagreeing at all. I think that may be true, but that could be true and them both be in some kind of psychic battle, and they could both be taking damage. I mean, just because they're in agreement does not mean that agreement means they are well.
Exactly. If we do nothing, is he going to be injured?
That's my point. If we do nothing, it seems to me like he is taking damage, and I'm pretty sure about it. I mean, I'm 27 strong sure about it.
I guess I'm just... I mean, I'll watch him if you want me to watch him. I don't mind that. I can keep him up forever, basically. And if he dies, I literally can get him right back up. So like, that's not the problem. I just... Balfour, when you made a decision and you made a deal with Morgantha, it's not easy, and you physically changed, but it's for the better. Not better, but you feel like you could do more. You feel like you have a better chance. Maybe we know that there's some iffiness about it, and I'll help you with that. I'm just thinking that this might be the same in some way. Maybe he just needs to... I'm afraid to ruin or stop what's going on.
Sure.
But that could be worse than letting it happen.
That's fair. All I'm saying is that, and my last word about it would be this. Arganvost literally just told us that it should have taken maybe an hour to attune to this, and he's been at it all night. And we do not know how much damage he is taking every time something like this happens. And we've only seen it once, but it could have happened 13 or 20 or 100 times during the night. So we do not know how damaged he is. All I know is that every time what just happened happens, he is taking damage. So yes, maybe we heal him or something, and we just maintain this setup or whatever he's in. But yes, all I'm saying is that we don't know how healthy he actually is in this mode.
How damaged does he look?
On the outside,
Ooh,
not.
I hate that. Hate that hard.
I'm gonna look at Sterling, and I will use another third level spell slot to cast Sending, and I will just say, Sterling, I don't know if you can hear me, but do you need any help? Are you good? And then as soon as the spell's over, I will detect thoughts again.
Okay. You don't get a response on sending. The surface thought that you get is incomplete. You want to dig?
I'm gonna try to. Yeah.
Fail. So, what do you get from a deeper dive?
Let me pull up the description because that's long. If it fails, you gain insight into its reasoning, if any, the emotional state, and something large that looms on its mind. Either way, it knows that I'm probing.
Determined? The boy is out there.
I don't think we should interrupt him. Sterling seems okay. He says, well, he doesn't say. It's on his mind. He feels determined.
Help.
And he's thinking about the boy being out there. Does that mean anything to you?
Yes, it does.
Yes. Did he say anything else?
You hear help.
Well, it's just sort of what's on his mind.
Right.
And you're cutting out, Jay, when you're
Sorry.
saying something. Sorry.
I said you hear help at the end of it.
I think he wants help. I am going to go up to Sterling, and I will use my last third level slot to cast Sending again. But before I do, I am going to take the flute that I have that she usually wears like on her belt, and I'm just going to set it like on Sterling's lap, and then I will just kind of put a hand like on his shoulder, and I will cast Sending again, and I will say, Sterling, we're here. We can heal you. If you need help, just call on this, and I'll kind of like tap on the flute. You can use its power to help you. And the flute is actually my pact boon. It is my talisman now. So when the person who has it makes a skill check, they can roll a d4 up to 4. It has up to 4 uses, but they can roll a d4 after they see the results to basically bump up a roll. And while I am also doing that, I will use my healing hands, and I will give him some hit points, which will be a total of, oh, that's a good roll. That's going to be 13 points of healing back.
Nice.
And then I will just kind of take a step back again.
Okay. You actually watch as his left hand clutches the boon, the talisman.
Is it working?
I hope so. I think we should stay with him. I don't know how to bring him out of it, but whatever he's doing, I think he needs to see it through. And I think it would be best if we support him however we can.
I like this idea.
Okay, now we're talking. Thank you, Astor, for peering in.
Of course, I can do it again, but only once, so I think it would probably be better if I waited just in case.
I could also maybe get a better look, but CB wishes there was a way we can like all enter the dream, like Blue's Clues, like jump in. 1 second. I'm going to, I was like debating if I want to do this or not. I'm going to run through Arganvost and find a mirror. I've used it before. Find that mirror and kind of just grabbing. And I'm going to find like a chair or something and prop the mirror in front of Sterling so he's looking at himself. Looking at the mirror, looking at him, actually asks us all to hold hands just to help. He didn't know if he's actually going to do anything, but he thinks so. The boy's gone, but he knows the amalgam is sleeping, and he was thinking about doing just one person, but I think it's probably better if he focuses on the amalgam itself. And I'm going to attempt to scry.
Okay.
With the intent of looking, if they're focusing on something inside, then they're not looking out. So I'll be able to see what they see.
Okay.
Because the spell says I can see it, hear a particular creature you choose, blah, blah, blah. On a successful save, it creates a visible target. You can see and hear through the sensors if you're there. So I'm trying to not necessarily focus on the shell, but focus on the amalgam itself. So I'll be in a visual sensor will be in the space with the amalgam. At least that's my intent. However it happens, but I would like to try to see what they are seeing.
All right.
They do need to make a wisdom save though, and they have. I'll let you decide. I mean, I'm definitely familiar, so it's an automatic -5. And then my connection to them is literally, it's them. Body part, lock of hair, bit of nail, or the like, which is a -10 on top of that. I would argue that that is true, yes.
Yeah.
Unless I've never seen...
Yeah, no.
Or I would say I've never actually seen... Ooh, that's a lie. I have seen the amalgam because I've dreamed with them.
Okay.
I've seen people, so yeah.
They rolled a natural 20. But so you start to, what does it look like when you scry? Are you closing your eyes and?
Yeah, I think he closes his eyes. Yeah.
Okay. You close your eyes and immediately you start to travel. Like you start. You close. Yeah, I'm gonna say you close your eyes and you see that you are now in what appears to be the border ethereal, which you know well. And you see Sterling sitting in the chair that he is. You see your companions in the room just outside in the material plane. And you see that there is a silver thread connected to Sterling's back, which is the life thread. And you've seen this, you know it, you understand it. And you see that there is, as you close your eyes, it travels along this thread to the corner of the room where there is a tear visible in space and time which has like a glowing kind of edge to it. And as you approach it, so you can tell that they allowed you to, but as you approach it, it stops. And you come out of it, realizing that you can't scry on somebody who is not on the same plane of existence as you are.
Oh. And I couldn't tell what was on the other side of that thread.
No. I mean, you imagine it's Sterling.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. 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 Yeah. We just wait.
And that thread was connected to the Sterling in the room, which wasn't in the border ethereal, and it stretched out to something.
Yeah.
Through this rip.
I tried to focus on the minds inside of Sterling versus Sterling the body, and I don't think he or they are on this plane right now. They're kind of in the ethereal or past it. Whatever he's doing, he's focused. He's on a journey or something. That's probably why he's not responding or why he's not here, why it's taking so long. He's not physically here.
But helping him heal does help in this situation? I don't know.
Could I tell?
Like if he's injured, like if one of us helps him, does it actually help if he's in a different...
I think I can heal his body, but healing his spirit, his mind, is a little different. Not saying it can't be healed later, but I just...
Right.
Understanding dreams and nightmares and the damage sometimes that happens, you definitely are concerned that this isn't bodily damage.
And do I know of a way to heal that type of damage, or is that permanent?
You'd have to be in where that damage is.
Where the damage is. Yeah. I had to be inside. Yeah. Okay. Great. Noted. Whatever's happening right now, I think maybe later on, when he's back or when he's here, I can share that space with him and probably heal him inside. But right now, there's nothing I can do.
Okay.
He shoots back in his chair once again, his head back, the red going even brighter this time. He comes back and his eyes glow a little bit duller.
Do you think you can reach him through the whole dreaming thing?
I was blocked off. He's not here.
So we just have to wait and hope he's...
Wait, that's a good question. Sorry, I heard it, but I heard it differently. I can't scry on him, but I potentially could see the dream itself if he's sleeping. This is so hard. I was saying in chat, this is so hard because he's not here, and I feel like I don't want to put something like he's not here to see it.
It's okay.
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to run out, get some hot water, get some chamomile tea with some ginger, some lavender, a little bit of essential oils. Probably.
I see what Noggins is doing.
Some spa music, yeah.
Falfer sees what you're doing and kind of like preps with you. Like, okay, yes.
Yeah.
I'll go grab the stuff with
Like
you.
A weighted
fluffy
blanket.
pillows.
Yeah. Exactly.
Draw the curtains back closed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if I get and I have medicine, I have Duracraft. I want to make like a tea that's really good about that's calming and makes people feel like they want to go to sleep. And I'm gonna tell everybody to drink it. I don't know how this is going to work, but I think he's gonna try to dream, but hopefully, if others are dreaming too, he can try to pull them in with him.
Let's do it, my friend. Let's do it. I just
take off my shoes.
yeah, same thing. Like I get super relaxed. Take the pack off. Take the belt off with the knife. Same thing as Ezzy. I'm like, okay, let's. We've got this. We can do it. And I'm just like, train, damn it. And actually, before I do that, I will go over and cast this spell for the first time since I've never done it before, and just put my hand on Sterling's forehead, and cast message, and just say, "We're coming for you. We're gonna help you," and just leave it at that.
Okay.
And then I sit in the bundle of pillows around Noggin.
Just a cuddle puddle.
Okay.
As Aster kind of settles in, she's just going to look real quick at Noggins, and she'll just say, I hope this works, but just in case it's just you in there, be careful. And you will see for just a moment, like behind her, like the ghostly visage of like an angelic protector. And she'll give you a bardic inspiration.
Nice.
It's a D8.
Okay.
Very cool.
Nice.
All right. Noggins, you ready? Oh, you're muted. He's so
Yes,
excited.
I'm ready. I'm just saying, this is weird. What are we doing?
Love it.
Yeah, I'm going to try my best to like just go to sleep and hopefully have people follow me.
Okay. It takes a little time because it's early in the day. But all of you, I'm going to say that even Godfrey helped to put together some herbs that were like calming herbs that will allow you to kind of go to sleep a little faster. And you all start to kind of potentially drift off. Noggins, you drift off fairly quickly.
Oh, dude, I'm a bard now. I have the sleep spell.
Yeah, you do.
I was gonna go. Bonk.
Yeah. I'm going to say for the sake of color, because you have to like roll hit points and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So for the sake of color, I'm going to say he manages to cast sleep on all of you.
Nice.
So we'll say that works out.
Okay.
Real cool.
Really cool. And so you all fall asleep. You open your eyes, Noggins, and you find yourself currently in the border ethereal. And you see just past that your companions lying around. And as you know, the border ethereal is like the upside down, right? It's like a weird sort of in-between space between the ethereal and the material plane. And as you stand, you look down at yourself and you take in kind of what you see. The one thing you see is Sterling sitting in the chair, and that silver tether heads through that rip. You also see a red crimson tether that is around Sterling's neck and heads out also through that tear. You look down at yourself and you can see that silver tether behind you that you typically see. You also see a red silver tether around your neck. You look down and there is a sickly yellow tether around your left wrist and a glimmering blue one on your left ankle. You then also see that there is a violet wispy tether tied to your right wrist.
Hold on. You said left ankle was blue?
Left ankle was a glimmering blue.
Glimmering, and then left wrist is
Sickly yellow on the left wrist.
Yeah.
And a wispy violet tether leads into and through the tear. So the rest of them go out into this realm. The violet wispy one leads into through the thing, and you feel a slight tug on it.
So sorry, let me understand. Left wrist has sickly yellow, left ankle has glimmering blue, and they're leading out to where?
Just into the space that you are,
Just
through the
space.
walls,
Okay.
into the material.
Gotcha. And the violet one is going into the tear.
Yeah. And it's
same
connected to
tear
your right
that-
wrist.
Right wrist. Okay, I put ankle.
Then you look and you see that there are further purple tethers that reach out to each one of the party members in the room. And you feel like, with a simple tug, you could bring them with you. And that is where we're going to end the session for this evening.
Oh, damn it. Oh,
Thank you all for joining us. Yes. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you everyone for watching. We love y'all at home. Again, as usual, if you like what you saw tonight, consider subscribing, hit the bell icon, comment, all that stuff that helps people know that we're here. Make sure that you love each other, take care of each other, and we will see you next week for the last 2 episodes of season 5, episode 15 and 16 coming the next 2 weeks. We'll see you soon. Love y'all. Bye.
Bye.